back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M53 M55. It's the Tier 9 American SPG. It's located on the north spawn of Murovanka, and this one is being commanded by Angelina75. And yes, it's the first replay from the week from the contest with talon1958. Angelina's looking to get her weekend lie-in, and she didn't get it the last time. It went to Talon, so she's looking to get the weekend lie-in this week. 2 marks of excellence on the barrel, so she's played this Arty quite a lot, and she's reasonably good at it. So let's see how she gets on. Gone right over to the corner of the map. She's going to shoot at the enemy from over here. You will need to keep relocating from this spot because it does become very apparent that the shells are coming from the corner after a while. And if the enemy Arty works out what's happening, then he will fire in this direction. Now she's already loaded. Standard reload is 14.27 seconds, but I believe that Angelina's got it down to something like 33 or thereabouts. Lining up the shot from Conqueror. Oh, she fired in! And she stunned him, and she's marked him for being hit. Asked for some assistance. Got some shots on that target. The unfortunate thing is he stopped just as she set the line up and worked out where she was going to put the shell. Unfortunately, he just didn't decide to move further forward. Anyway, we do have other targets to aim at. It's a tier 10 game with tier 9 tanks in it, so she's bottom tier, lining up a shot on the tortoise, and she gets a hit. 142, and the tortoise is gone, so she got the stun assist off that one. Certainly does help when you've got teammates who are aware of a shot coming in, because they can know to line up the shot, wait for the artillery round to hit the enemy, so they're confused and dazed, and then the round takes them out. So your teammates can really benefit if they know a shell is on the way in. Well, we're looking at the enemy tank over on the other side of the map. Right the way over the other side. There's a few enemy tanks over there, including a Leopard prototype. Of course, the Conqueror's over there at the moment as well. Oh, we've got an E75 on this side of the map. Now, Angelina's decided to go for him. Lined it up. That's it. Good. Rounds out and direct hit. 372. A nice solid hit there, and she's changing position straight away. I think the only thing you have to watch out for in this corner is not only knocking down the trees, but also that telegraph pole. Because if you hit the telegraph pole, it does tend to let people know where precisely you were at that particular point in time. Okay, the 907 is a particularly dangerous medium tank. I've seen a lot of ace tankers with that tank. Rounds out. He changed position, but he still got stunned and a little bit of splash on him. That T-30 is now being very dangerous. And the Conqueror just killed our Charfuture 4. The T-30's gone down. Tortoise managed to get him. And now we're looking at the Object 263. Now he has heavy armor on the front of the vehicle, but he has got an open cockpit as well. And so if you can get the shell to loop into the cockpit, then that tank destroyer is a dead duck. She's fired in. Wasn't fully dialed in, but it did land where it was aimed, so there's a possibility she did stun the 263. Okay, I do like the fact that she is changing position. She's moving backwards and forwards. Now the IS-7 is sitting behind the house at the moment, and I'm pretty sure he's going to stay there for the moment because he doesn't want to get hit himself. And we can see, look around for the scenery. There he is. Rounds out. Nice hit. 265. He actually went for the. She went for the engine deck, and I think she did get it, but she didn't actually pen. Or at least it hit the side of the vehicle near the rear. Ooh, the enemy RT just managed to get a hit on our Wizzy 114, and he's also an M53 M55. Unfortunately, we just lost our Wizzy 114, so I think the stunning really did have an effect. Going for the IS-7 again, except this time round it hit the house. So we've lost all but one in the Magic Forest. The Tortoise is the last remaining tank on our team in the Magic Forest at the moment. And the Tortoise just took out the enemy strip 103B because he was a bit too forward. And yes, the Tortoise does have a rather good gun. You don't want to play with the Tortoise. It's not with that rapid firing gun. Rounds out the T110. Stunned him. And again, she's marked him to request follow-up fire. Any assist can help. Now she's changing position altogether this time. Okay, that looks good because the enemy is coming up from the south from the K91 and the Leopard prototype. So she's decided to move a little further over towards the cap area. Join that E100. And we've got more of our teammates actually flooding into the Magic Forest. And there's only one tank there, and he's just got killed, the T110E4. The scores are even. Angelina's going towards the corner. This looks good, actually. Getting over to the corner. Once she's there, she should be able to line up shots on the tanks on the west side. That E75, the Leopard prototype. Leopard prototype first because she hasn't hit him before, and of course the more tanks you hit, the more chance you're getting a Confederate. Okay, Jaegeru. Unfortunately, he just wiped out our T30. Rounds out, and she did get some stun assist off that one. We're only one up on the enemy at the moment, but it looks like we've got most of the Magic Forest under our control now. Which means that Angelina can move forward. Just lost another tank, the E75, and our team got taken out by the enemy Badger. No, it's the other way around. Our Badger took out the enemy E75. I'm getting it wrong. Okay, now we can help the Badger by putting some rounds into that Jaegeru, although it's a very difficult shot because we're having to loop the shell over that ridgeline. And when they're that close to the tip of the ridgeline, the shell can hit the top of the ridgeline, and that's precisely what she just did. Okay, so go for the E100 this time. No, she's decided to change it. The enemy Arty's been spotted. He's doing exactly the same as Angelina, trying to move up, but mainly because he's been spotted by the 114 SP2, and Angelina's now leading the target, watching where he is and trying to calculate where he will be, but he's gone. The 114 SP2 did get him, so dial in on the E100, let it settle and let rip. Now, rounds out, and she gets a kill. 308. There's only one enemy left, it's the Jaegeru. Now, she needs to put those shells in to stun this guy and then enable our E75 or E100 to get the kill shot. The more that she hits without killing them, the more likely she's going to get that Confederate. Okay, almost loaded. Okay, there he is. He's heading south, or in fact, he's heading to the gap. Just took a hit. Stop him now. Rounds out. Well, she's got some stun, and that will help. Yep, that K91's going to really punish this guy. He'll stay behind him, and he's just going to keep punching rounds in. He didn't get any stun assist there, but there he's gone, and that's the end of the game. So it is victory. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a first class mastery for Angelina75 in the M53 M55. She did manage to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, she got 10, and she did get a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on her team, and that's despite the fact she did get the kill on the E100. Her win age is only 1,372, mainly because she didn't get a huge amount of damage, but she did get some. Let's have a look at team score and see where she is. Well, the maximum amount of damage she managed to get was 1,357. The highest damage in the game actually turned out to be the Jaeger on the enemy team, who got a tank sniper, not a high caliber, a tank sniper for 5,581. So that probably wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool. The second highest damage turned out to be the Badger with 4,735. And the third highest damage was the T124 on the enemy team with 4,724. When it came to kills, well, Angelina only got the one, and that was the E100, but the highest scorer was the Badger again, with 4 kills. 3 kills went to the Tortoise on her team, and also to the Jaeger on the enemy team. And when it came to the third place, we're looking at the K91 PT and Super Conqueror, who managed to get 2 kills apiece. And on the enemy team, it was their E4 and their M53 M55. So, yes, not many kills, but she did get the medal. You can see here, the very fact that nobody else managed to get a Confederate means that Angelina was spreading the Arty love around to make sure that she hit as many as she could, so she came away with the medal. Of course, that's important, because if there is a loss or a draw, then she would actually get the courageous resistance, and that would increase the amount of credit she actually ended up with at the end of the game, as if she was on the winning team. When it came to base XP, we can see that the Tortoise was the best off with 1,049. Then came the Badger with 1,024. Third place the Wizzy 114 with 938. Angelina got 752, which puts her in the lower end of the table, but at least it's better than every score on the enemy team. She fired 12 rounds in that game, got 4 direct hits on the enemy, no penetrations though, but 11 splash. Damage of 1,357 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damage 9 in the enemy, killed 1, so there was an 8 difference there, that's more than enough, as well as 469 hit points of stun assist of 10 stuns. On a free-to-play account, she earned 17,362 credits, but after ammunition resupply, she actually made a loss of 5,078 credits. And I think you can say there that maybe that was down to the fact that she didn't get enough damage for the number of shells that she did manage to get in that game. And some of those shots that she actually fired wasn't really her fault, because the target either stopped unexpectedly, and I probably would have taken the same shot under the circumstances, or the target became unspotted because our teammates weren't looking at him at the time, and Angelina fired the round in and didn't get something. Or like in the the Jaeger's case, she tried to hit a target that was the other side of a ridgeline, where there was a very good chance that the shell would actually hit the ridgeline instead of the target. She got 752 base XP times 2 for the first victory, took away 1,504 experience points altogether. So, first game of the week in the contest, she manages to take the lead with a third class and a Confederate and 1,372 win 8. But we have received another replay. That one has come in from talon1958, and we're going to see his best replays so far this week. We're expecting more from them later on in the week, but we'll see his best one right now. And here's the second replay, and it's on the Westfield map. And Talon is in the Hummel with the stock gun. Well, it looks like he's going to drive down the towards the normal spawn area, because this is an encounter battle, so it's all about that cap right in the center of the map. And from this spot here, you're lobbing the shells up over the ridgelines into the enemy, and you can get nice and decent shots on the enemy without them spotting you. Makes it very difficult for them to work out precisely where you are. They have to look for the tracer. If they don't see it, they're not going to be able to get you. But we just saw a tree knocked down, so somebody is over that spot there. And we've got a couple of enemy tanks already turned up, a Hellcat and a T-3485M. Talon is styling in, as he usually does, to get an accurate shot. Oh, look at that one! Big hit, 221 on the Hellcat, thin armor. The alpha on the stock gun is 480 and it'll penetrate 38mm of armor. He's got a 25.31 second reload time by the book, but he's probably got closer to about 22. Looking to get the Tiger 1. Rounds out. Direct hit again. 98 hit points. Changes position just slightly. Enough sideways movement to distract the enemy or make him second guess where you actually are. That's all you need to avoid the counter battery. Rounds out the Tiger again. And another hit. This time it was 29 hit points. But so long as he keeps that guy stunned, he's going to get some stun assist. And the enemy's just lost their KB3. That Tiger 1's repositioning himself. The one that he hit just behind. Line up the shot. Rounds out. Looks good. It is good. Another one. 109 this time. He's very good at relocating. You just use the time that you've got available in between the shells going in just to move slightly one way or the other. The enemy's got a couple of tanks in the cap circle already. A T-25-2, light armor, rounds out. It lands nearby. It tracks the guy, but it doesn't actually get any damage. Goes back down the hill. Oh, he did get some damage assist. Yep, he tracked the guy, and our teammate managed to get a hit on him. I think it was the Cromwell who did it. Okay, lining up shot on the Bretagne Panther, the baguette. And a big hit again for 216. You can see Talon likes focusing fire on enemy tanks. And with the Hummel and rapid reload, he is able to do that. And there's another enemy tank down. We're 6 up on the enemy, so they're losing this one very, very badly. So he's targeting the SU-122-44. It's a tier 7 premium. Rounds out. Another direct hit, and this time round 136. And the SU-122-44 is down. So he's having a really good game. There's only 4 enemy vehicles left. 2 Tigers, 1 tank destroyer, the SU-152, and 1 Arty, the M44. He's almost ready. Just line it up. He's still pulling back. Go for the other Tiger. That's it. Rounds out. Oh! Unfortunately, that one hit the wreck just after he became a wreck. But the enemy M44's been spotted. He is within range. He is gone. And that means now there's only 1 Tiger left in the SU-152. We think the SU-152 is amongst those trees back behind the Tiger. And another direct hit. He's wrecking them up. And he got the stun assist off that one, including 660 hit points. There's the SU-152, last enemy alive, making a run for it. He's not going to survive. He's totally outnumbered. Lining up a shot, working out where he's going to go. He stops. Oh! Well, that game was over very quickly. Just under 5 minutes. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the second class tanker for talon1958 in the Hummel. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he managed to get, well, it says here that he got 9 hits, but it's only showing 1 with a critical hit. Or am I wrong? No, it's actually showing 3 critical hits. There you go. But he's still got the bruiser medal anyway, and he also got a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. And a win 8 was 1,294. Now the problem here is that of course he's got second class mastery, and Angelina only managed to get a third class mastery. That means Talon is in the lead because they both managed to get a bruiser and a Confederate. So yes, even though he's got a lower win 8, he's actually got a higher ranking, which means that yes, he will actually get the weekend lion if they leave it like this until the weekend. So Angelina and Talons have still got room to improve, and I suspect that they will manage to get another replay in sometime before the weekend. Anyway, let's have a look at the rest of the score. Well, he managed to do 954 hit points of damage in that game. The highest damage was the Jagdpanther, who managed 2,188, followed by the enemy Tiger 1, who managed 1,628, and third one was the Cromwell with 1,554. When it came to kills, the high scorer was the E25 on Talon's team. He got 3. 2 kills went to the Jagdpanther and the Cromwell and the AMX 12 ton. The enemy team didn't get any players with 2 kills at all. In fact, they only got 4 tanks who managed to get a kill at all in the game. So fairly poorly scoring from their point of view. When it came to base XP, we can see that the Jagdpanther again has got the highest with 910, 879 for Cromwell, 696 for the E25, and then we've got Talon with his Confederate getting 684. So he was actually in 4th place overall. Didn't get any kills, but of course that helped him to get the Confederate, which meant that he was the only player in the game who actually came out with a medal. If we look at detail, we can see he fired 10 rounds, got 6 direct hits on the enemy. He's very accurate. He lets the aim settle before he fires to enable him to get that direct hit. 9 splash damages as well, 954 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He managed to damage 7 enemy vehicles, didn't get any kills, but again, that helped him to get the Confederate. 209 hit points of damage assistance, plus 807 of stun assist off 9 stuns. He earned 37,853 credits on a premium account, 50,000 for completing a mission, 87,853 altogether, and after ammunition resupply still took away a profit of 82,803 credits. 1,026 XP times 2 for the first victory took away 2,052 experience points altogether. So this definitely puts Talon in the lead for the weekend's lie-in. So yes, Angelina's going to have to come up with something special, possibly even get an ace tanker. If she can get a first class, she'll definitely beat Talon, but you know what, Talon might just come up with another better replay than he did before. So we'll just have to wait and see until Saturday to see who's going to win this one. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.